Hi kids, how are you? I hope that you're fine. I hope that you had a great weekend and that today is kind of cool. It's not cold, it's cool. Please wear your sweater. I know that it's early, but let's begin with the best attitude, my dear kids. Please let me know if you can listen to me. Please, my dear kids. I can hear Gloria, Kevin, Luis Said, Santi, Kalel, Ana Pau, Mireya, and Aidan. Hello, my dear kids. Please tell me, let me know if you can listen to me. Please, kids. Everything is fine? Can you listen? Please. Thank you, my dear Ana Pau. Okay, my dear kids, we are going to begin today. We have already finished the unit number 11. Hello, Catherine. We are going to begin the unit number 12. And remember that in the unit number 12 is the last one of the book. So we are almost going to finish both books. Let's work hard, my dear kids. Continue with that good attitude that you have in order we can finish this school year the best possible way. Okay, my dear kids. So let me show you what are we going to do today. Let me begin. Okay, so it says in here, my dear kids, that we are going to today to check just vocabulary and some about some transportation means and some adjectives. Okay, so it's here Monday, April 26th. The activity that you will have to do today, my dear kids, is the student's book, page 110 and 111. Okay, these are the pages that we are going to be working today in the activity. Okay, so can anybody mention in the chat, please, my dear kids, some transportations mean that you remember? And remember that we have three different kind of transportations, right? Can you tell me? Because this is kind of um, kindergarten, no? Kindergarten vocabulary or elementary, first grade in elementary school. So do you remember which are the three different kind of transportation means that we have, my dear kids? Can you help me by writing in the chat? Because today we are just going to check some vocabulary that is a piece of cake, because I'm sure that you know, if not all of them, the 90% of them, and is part of the unit that we are going to check this week. So can you tell me, please, which are the three different kind of transportation means that you know, and tell me an example. Do you remember that? Please let me know. Kevin, Luis, Santi. Hello, my dear Santi. Good morning. Can you tell me, please? Kale, Leidan. Please, my dear kids, tell me one example by using the transportation means that you know. If you remember one of them, yes or no, or we continue, because if you don't tell me, well, then I have to continue with the next. Well, meanwhile, you tell me, maybe you don't remember, or maybe the internet is so, okay? So it says in here that we have these means of transportation. We have airplane, train, boat, car, bus, bicycle, truck, hot air balloon, motorcycle, helicopter, subway, and taxi. Tell me, one of these that is the kind of that I was telling you. Okay, and a pause says, I don't remember it, teacher, but I sound like her. Yes, my dear girl. Transportation means are the different kind of transports. Yes, of course, my dear Ana Pao. And we said that we have three different kinds now of transportation. We have the one of earth ones, okay, earth ones, air ones, and water ones. Yes, do you remember? So tell me one transportation of the ones that I have already placed in here for you. One of them is of air. The other one is of sea, water transportation mean, and some other ones of earth. Now, can you remember by using the ones that we have in here? We can say the bicycle is an earth one, no? We can say that the planes are air ones. We can say that the ships, okay, are going to be the water ones. So these are the three different kind of transportation means, okay? Now it's as clear for you. Have you remembered the topic? Please answer to me, Gloria, Kevin, Luis Said. Please answer to me because I don't know if somebody else is just, because if it is just an about, I'm going to make a class just for her and the rest of you don't answer. Okay, so let's go with the other one. And in here we have it says adjectives. We have quick, expensive, cheap, dirty, safe, comfortable, clean, dangerous, quiet, crowded, and noisy. Okay? Do you remember the meaning of crowded, my dear kids? Remember that crowded is going to be a place, any place, that has a lot of different people in there. And Aidan says, earth, is missing the T in there, my dear Aidan. Earth is EARTH, okay? Train, car, bus, bicycle, taxi, subway, motorcycle, and truck. Excellent, my dear Aidan. Pretty good, my dear boy. And Ana says, and the three transports are land, water, and air. Yeah? Pretty good, my dear Ana Pao. Now, in here, we are going to check these adjectives. And these adjectives are going to be in order to describe the transportation means that we have already checked and the ones that my dear Ana Pao wrote and Aidan. And in this case, who can tell me which of the transportations means that we have already checked is a cheap one? Which one is a quick one? Remember that quick is like fast, okay? Which other one is expensive? Which one is dirty? Which one is comfortable? So please tell me how do you earth? Excellent, my dear Aidan. So please tell me in this case, for you, in your personal opinion, the subway, I mean the subway that you have in here, the Indios Verdes, those one. The subway here in Mexico, how is it for you? Is it cheap or is it expensive? Because we know that it's fast, okay? As for example, if we compare the Suburbano train with the subway Indios Verdes, that line of trains, which one is faster? Which one is cheaper? Okay, expensive. Okay, Aidan says, well, Ana Paula says cheap is the bicycle. Yes, of course, my dear. Aidan, cheap, the subway, the train, and the bicycle. Okay, Aidan, depends on the train, no? Depends on the train, but yes, my dear boy, that's correct. Then it says Anapao expensive is the airplane. Yes, of course, my dear. Some trains also are expensive depending on the train. If it is first class, where did you take it, okay? Sandy, bicycle. Yeah, but the bicycle is what, Sandy? Is okay. It's expensive or is what? Aidan, expensive, the car or the plane? Okay, my dear. Depends on the car, no? There are some cars that are not so expensive, but there are some ones that are really expensive. Okay, for example, if you compare maybe I don't know, a Suru with a Ferrari Testarossa, obviously the Ferrari is really, really much more expensive, no? Santi, cheap the subway. Okay, yes, my dear boy. But if we compare kids, maybe you haven't traveled by train, but if you travel by subway, but there are two different ones, the line of the suburbanos and the line of the normal train subways, no? The Indios Verdes, Hidalgo, Guerrero, that these are two, okay? And if we compare them, the Indios Verdes is cheaper than the one of the suburbano because one ticket in the suburbano it goes the longest trip. The longest trip in the suburbano is like 24 pesos, something like that. I mean, in this Verdes, the longest one that you can take, or a lot of them that you can take, are going to be, I think, 8 pesos, 10 pesos, something like that. So the Suburbano is a train, but it's much more expensive than the other. Okay? Dirty the subway, yes, and about. Let me tell you that. But the subway is not dirty. Dirty is the people who uses them, no, my dear girl, because the people is the dirty one, the people who throw trash, the people who don't take care of the things that are in there, no? So dirty is not the train, is the people who goes there. Santi, expensive, the airplane, car, and motorcycle. Yes, my dear. And about dirty, the subway. Aidan, quiet, the bicycle. Yes, Aidan. And about crowded, the subway. Yes, crowded, the subway. You are right. And about Aidan, dangerous, the motorcycle. Yes, yes, my dear Annabelle, it's because it's like they say, it's because the school is really dirty, mom. No, the school is not dirty. Dirty are the students who don't take care of the places, no? Then it says, let me check. Save the bicycle. Mm-hmm. It's well. It depends also how do you ride it. If you drive your bicycle safely, of course. Noisy, my dear kids. Aidan says noisy. The airplane, the motor, and the boat. Yes, of course. Well, the motors with the boats with mm, the bottles with paddles are los remos are not noisy, but the ones with an engine con motor, yes, they are really noisy. Okay, Aidan, noisy. The train also the train is noisy. Yes, excellent, pretty good, my dear kids, and comfortable for you. Which one is missing comfortable? Comfortable. Which one of these? All these transportation means is comfortable for you, my dear kids. Please let me know. And here we're going to, it says, use the adjective to describe the means of the transport. And here it says, hot air balloons are, who can tell me the number one, my dear kids? In order we can finish and you can have the time to go to do your classroom activity. Please let me know. Please let me know which are the answers in here, my dear kids. Can you please tell me? Okay. Please let me know, my dear kids. Let me check because you know that is kind of okay. So let's begin. And it says the number one, hot air balloons. The number one says hot air balloons are, and you have in there slow. You have in there slow. Hot air balloons are, then you have slow than cars. In here, remember that we are going to use comparative adjectives. So which is the answer for the number one, my dear kids? Okay, number one says slower. Yes, excellent. Slower and Apao Aidan. Excellent. Aidan, number two. Trains are more comfortable than coaches. Excellent. Pretty good, Aidan and Anapao. Number three, Aidan and Anapao. Number three is traveling by plane is expensive. Yeah. No. It's more expensive. No. And I'm going to tell you why, my dear Anapao and my dear Aidan. Because in here, my dear boy and girl, you are just describing. You are not comparing. You are just describing. Because if you check, you don't have a second transportation mean that in order to use the comparative, you are just describing one transportation mean? So in that case, is traveling by plane is expensive. Viajar en avión es caro. Is not more expensive. Okay, my dear kids. Number 4. Let me check. Number 4, you wrote faster. Okay, let me check. Number 4, faster. The underground is faster than trams. Excellent, because in there you have two transportation means, so you need to describe. Okay, number 5, a down and about, more convenient. Um, the cars are more convenient than motorbikes. Yes, of course. You can take more people. They are safer. Okay. If it rains, you don't get wet, so it's more convenient. They are more convenient. Yes, of course. Number 6, either and about cheaper. It says traveling on foot is no. Now, again in there, my dear kids, if you don't have two transportation means, you are just describing, you are not comparing. So in that case, it's just cheap because you are describing a transportation mean, okay? Motorbikes are, well, in this case, anybody told me the number 7, but the number 7 is more traveling by train is, well, number 7, I'm sorry. Motorbikes are more exciting than bikes. Motorbikes are more exciting than bikes. Comparative because you have two transports, okay? The number 8 is traveling by train. Let me check, my dear kids. Traveling by train is enjoyable, yes, of course. Traveling by bike is tiring, and traveling by ship is boring. Yes, you're right. Why? Because in there you are just describing, so you need to use the same adjective. Okay, my dear kids? Boring, yes, and about tiring. Excellent, pretty good. And let me show you the last one that says, go, listen, I love this for you. Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll be able to see further. Okay? Can you please write the Spanish, the translation of this message that I wanted to you to have? Please, my dear kids, can you make me the big favor to read this one? So it says, go as far as you can see. And what does it mean? Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll be able to see further. Can you translate for me that that thought, that I forgot, quotation? That is a thought. That quotation, please, my dear kids. It's like quotation is like pensamiento, frase. That quotation, can you write it for me in Spanish? And tell me if you agree or not with that idea. Please, my dear kids. And remember that today you have to answer the student's book, the first 2 pages of the student's book that are reading comprehension activity, and in there you are talking about transportation means and some adjectives. That's why we wrote or we work with them in here in order you could remember, and now you can answer faster your activity in the book, my dear kids. I agree. Excellent, Aidan, you agree? Pretty good, my dear boy. I like that you agree with that, and I think that is something that I wish for that you really do your best and that you go as far as you can see. Um, okay. And in this case, just the little detail, my dear Anapao, is not rápido because it doesn't say fast. It's far. Ve tan lejos como puedas ver. Ve tan lejos como puedas ver. Y cuando llegues, podrás ver más. Podrás ver más lejos. So, nunca vas a llegar. Excellent, my dear Ana Pao. So, thank you, my dear kids. I like that in this case you are responsible enough and about and Aidan to continue working for your knowledge. If the rest of the partners they don't want to practice, they don't want to study, I can't do anything about that. But just recommend them that everything that you do now is going to be for you, not for your mommy, your daddy, for the teacher. It's going to be for you. So, Aidan and Anapao, congratulations because you are working for your future, my dear kids. So, thank you very much. Now, my dear kids, the thing that we are going to do is just to remember that you have to answer then the pages 110 and 111 of the student's book in order we are done for today. So I hope that all of you are fine, my dear kids. Please take care of yourself, have breakfast, and do your activity. Please send your activities before 4 o'clock and see you tomorrow for the next class, my dear kids. I love you so much. Have a great day and take care of yourself. See you tomorrow, my dear kids. Bye. Love yous.